One of the things that was really striking about reading around the Tutankhamun curse was exploring how much it was an media event. So there was an enormous outpouring of writing about this in the newspapers. As soon as the 5th Earl of Carnarvon had been allegedly killed by a mummy's curse, it was covered by every single tabloid and quality newspaper at the time as well. And that's partly, I think, because so many journalists had been present at the opening of the tomb. There was quite a lot of frustration about the fact that the Times newspaper had exclusive rights to cover the inside of the tomb. So therefore all the other reporters had nothing to report until Carnarvon began to sink into illness and head towards death. And once that appeared in the press, and appeared for days and days and days, stories about how the lights had suddenly gone out in Cairo, how Lord Carnarvon's three-legged dog Susie had howled at home and died at the exact point that the master had died, and so on. The British Museum began to record lots and lots of receipts of artifacts, Egyptian artifacts, that allegedly people were sending back in sheer terror at the news that there was some kind of curse that was associated with Egyptian artifacts. And there are news stories about that as well, about the sense of this complete flood of anonymous mummy body parts and bits and pieces of tomb equipment being sent to the British Museum. And that gives you a kind of striking sense, I think, of how the mummy curse was absolutely bound up with the media environment of the 1920s. World press coverage, stories being shot around the world through telegraph and through media empires and so on.